Sheriff, if you guys are ready, if you would please come on up. Thank you for being here tonight, sir.
Thank you. Just want to talk with you. I was contacted by you in reference to Fairview State Park. Here tonight, what you see here tonight is you see different photo shots of the park. Excuse me. The one on your far left should be facing from the north entries of the park. The one to your right is going to be the sitting area there as you drive up into the park. The next one is a night view of the park. And what you see, go back for a second if you will, what you see in this, what's being depicted in this is you will see it's aided, what light you see is actually aided by headlights from our vehicles, just to give you an indication of how dark it is out there at night. Both on your left is a night view as well as a night view from your right, where the sitting area. And if you notice there to your right, you see little square lights there. Those lights there is also lights from our office aiding the visibility of lighting in that area at night. We were up there for an incident. This is more of a night view to your left. Again, this is a close-up. The square light you see is a light that belonged to the Office of Sheriff in both of those. And if you see way back, you see almost look like candles burning in the background. And this is what you see out there at night on both sides. The one to your left is, if you notice, the ground itself has a little bit more visibility, and it is visibility because of some aid from some assistance in lighting that we had there. Here is another shot, these depicting facing the southwest side and also the west side of the park. This is a daylight shot. Again, it's clear during the day, but if you look to your far, particularly the one on your left, if you would look to your far back corner, you'll see trees and different vegetations back there, which we'll talk about that as we move forward. Here you will notice the light posts that are currently in place. Often they're broken out by vandals, and you will notice there's an open path there. So we'll talk about what we should do regarding the light system there. Again, those another light post, and I believe there may be damages to that one as well. Those light posts are less than 8 feet off the ground. The average person can reach up and damage that without problems. Here again, you see facing the north entry as well as the south entry, west entry, and the northeast of the park. It gives you an overview, a field of view of what it looked like in the daytime, and we'll talk about that. But as you look further back, you'll notice that the tree lines, you can barely see daylight from just looking at it from there. we talk about the number of incidents that we've had up there. The number of incidents that we've had up there is showing there, and those are just the ones that we cataloged that actually occurred in the park. However, what we have realized over the years that there are a number of leading factors or incidents that the origin of it is there in the park, and it leaves the park and goes elsewhere within the community. A prime example, just a couple of weeks ago, we had an incident up there that is, the origin of it started there, but it ended up in Rockdale County. So that is a holding area for criminal activity. In 2018, we had a total of 5 cases. In 2019, it was a total of 16. 2020 was a total of 3. And 2021, total of 4. 2022, a total of 12. And 2023, as of this day, we have cataloged 5 incidents that are involving just there close to the park itself. Now, what we want to talk about now is these are recommendations. However, I'm sure there's many other recommendations that could be voiced by others. But what we're looking at from the law enforcement point of view, we're looking at if you would add more motion or smart lights that would aid law enforcement and give the community a sense of safety. Adjust the height of the lights or the additional lights to prevent individuals from breaking out or damaging the lights. And also, by breaking out the lights, it reduced the visibility there in the park. We talked about removing the trees, vegetation. There's large trees and brushes that can create an escape route and hiding locations for individuals to commit criminal acts. I think if you would clear out those additional trees, brush, and vegetation, it would improve visibility. So there's a clear sight plan. If you would look there now, in particular the one to your right, you can barely see through hedge of trees there. You can barely see through the tree line there. Also, a clear sight line allows visitors to see others from far away. I think that's just a feel of natural safety when you can see your surroundings from all 4 points. It would also give the community a clear field of view, give responding officers a clear sight line, and give people a way of feeling safe and ways to exit safely in case something should happen. We would like to see added live footage camera system that can be controlled by law enforcement personnel. Live feed cameras, archive videos, footage can be accessed and viewed through smartphone, tablets, and laptops, and et cetera. And this could aid law enforcement in solving problems or crimes immediately, especially if we respond to the area and there's cameras, we can pull up the various criminal acts. And also, I think it would be wise to add signs in the park there stating that the park is being monitored by police video cameras, and that these signs could also give them notification that it's recording 24/7 of any criminal activity. I believe fencing is another one we want to talk about. I think fencing the entire park can give the appearance that residents' houses are fenced and separate from the park and the homeowner's yard. That would eliminate someone, and I think I would feel safe if there was a fence on the left side of me, as well as a fence on the right side of me and in the back. that a person could not walk from one side to the other and commit a crime and then go back. I think that in itself will give homeowners a sense of security, that people can not feel freely to walk from the park into their backyards. Fencing in the park will reduce the escape route for criminals. When we respond to the park, if there is something that is a criminal act that is going on, then by being fenced in, it would eliminate that person from being able to escape. Another piece that we looked at is park and recreation. I think park and recreation should have designated hours to include a gate blocking off the parking lot and give a single point of entry into the park. What we see at night, there's an open parking lot. In that open parking lot, given any time of the night, and I was up there this morning at 5 a.m. in the morning, you have cars that are parked in that parking lot. So I think if we could put some form of barrier that can be closed off, and like I say, with designated hours by Parks and Recreation, I believe that would also help reduce some of the activities that are going on up there. And I would say in closing, law enforcement, recreation, the citizens, as well as all of you, anytime there is something of this nature being brought into the community, I believe that we all should be stakeholders, and we all should have a buy-in to say what's going to benefit, who's going to benefit, and who's going to be harmed by this. And we must remember that it's all of our responsibilities to maintain the community and make sure that it's safe at all times. I can go back and say, I'm not sure when the park was put in, but I do know that we had reservations about it when it was being put there. And hindsight is always 20/20. And I want to do what is best for the citizens. I want to do what's best for Newton County. And it is only a holding post for a lot of activities out of Rockdale County and other counties to come here and commit criminal acts.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to take maybe 4 questions. We got 4 y'all here tonight. 4 questions because the sheriff is on a tight schedule tonight. He's working on a sensitive situation, and we got to go into executive session and get out in a timely manner. So,
thank you.
4 questions. Who want to go first? Commissioner Sanders.
Thank you so much, Sheriff, for coming in and bringing this information for the constituents that live in that area, as well as on Fairview Road and Fairview Estates community. I appreciate, because some of the things that you said was some of the things that the state park director told us in 2021 that we needed to do with this park. So thank you so much for confirming that. Now, I do have a question, your suggestion. When you said fencing in the actual park, do you think there needs to be another entrance? Because we are inconveniencing the residents for having the traffic flow through their subdivision. Do you think we need to put another entrance somewhere?
No, I'm speaking of just the outline of the park itself. Make it so that they can only come in from the Chandler Circle, I believe, with the parking lot. Mm-hmm. Have it so that they can only come in there.
Okay, so you believe it's safe enough for residents that do not live in the subdivision? It's okay for them to go through? You guys are okay with that?
Right, it's okay for them to drive through.
Just want to make sure.
Right, but the actual park itself and the parking lot, I believe it should be fenced in.
Okay.
And better lighting.
Parking lot should be fenced in, yes.
Anyone want to go next? Commissioner Henderson.
Quick question, how tall should the fence be?
I will leave that up to Park and Recs. They are more familiar with that. I think they have those fence around their areas, but I would go a little bit taller than I am. I'm a little over 6, and I would go a little bit over 6.
Thank you. Commissioners, y'all have anything? All right. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, we need to move into executive session. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
I'm sorry, per litigation, yeah.
Second.
Who made the motion? Commissioner? It's a motion by Commissioner Edwards and second by Commissioner Mason. All in favor? think we stand in executive session, guys.